You know, it's so easy to look for all the external reasons why we aren't succeeding. But what if the biggest roadblocks aren't out there? What if they're in here? In this explainer, we're going to dig into 7 attitude diseases, these really sneaky mindsets that can quietly kill your progress before you even know what's happening.
So let me just ask you straight up. Ever feel like you're stuck, like you're spinning your wheels but can't figure out why? Well, that invisible wall you keep hitting might just be one of the hidden diseases we're about to uncover.
And let's be really clear, these attitude diseases aren't just about being in a bad mood for a day. Nope. These are deep, harmful mindsets. You can almost think of them like a virus that gets into your system and just attacks your ambition, derailing everything good you try to start.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to identify these killers that are hiding inside all of us. Then we'll group them up: diseases of inaction, diseases of the mind, and diseases of perspective. We'll even pinpoint the single most destructive one of them all. And then we'll wrap it all up with the ultimate cure: how to guard the door of your mind.
And this is absolutely the most important part to get. These killers, they're internal. They come from our own attitudes. And you know what? That's actually great news, because if they're inside us, it means we have the power to do something about them. The very first step is just learning to spot them.
All right, let's dive into our first group, the diseases of inaction. These are the ones that stop you dead in your tracks, the ones that thrive on paralysis, and keep you from ever really getting started. First on the list is indifference. This is that, whatever attitude, right? Just kind of drifting through life with a shrug. The cure? Well, it's simple. Pour it on. Whatever you're doing, whether you love it or hate it, just give it everything you've got. Going all in will either make things a whole lot better, or it'll make it crystal clear that it's time to get out. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Success is a climb. It takes effort, it takes intention. You just can't drift your way to the top of a mountain. Indifference will leave you floating around at the bottom forever.
The second disease of inaction is indecision. We're talking total mental paralysis. It's like living your life sitting on a fence, totally terrified of picking the wrong side. But here's the cold, hard truth. Staying on the fence is a decision, and it's always the wrong one. The only cure is to just pick a direction and go. Hey, even if you make a wrong turn, you'll learn a heck of a lot more than you ever would just standing still.
Okay, so we've moved from inaction to what's going on inside our own heads. Let's talk about the diseases of the mind. These are the killers that operate in your thoughts, poisoning your entire outlook from the inside out. So disease number 3 is doubt. And let me tell you, the absolute worst form of it is self-doubt. It's like a plague that just eats away at you, making you question every ability you have, everything you're worth. And there's only one antidote. You have to actively, consciously become your own biggest believer. And really, it's as simple as that. You can't make any real progress until you first believe you're worthy of it. Understanding your own self-worth, that's the real starting line for everything. Our fourth disease is worry. And just look at this picture. It's perfect, right? It shows how worry just weighs you down. It is a devastating habit with very real consequences. The solution, it sounds almost too simple. Just give it up. Now, that doesn't mean your life will be free of challenges, of course not. It just means you break the habit of worrying about them. All right, so now we shift from the diseases of the mind to the diseases of perspective. This is where it's not so much about what's happening to us, but about the lens we choose to see it all through. Disease number 5 is over-caution. This is that timid, tiptoe-through-life approach. It's living in this constant fear of what if. But here's the fundamental truth that changes everything. It's all risky. Life itself is a risk, from start to finish. Just think about it. Getting married? Risky. Having kids? Definitely risky. Starting a business? Investing your money? It's all a gamble. There's no such thing as a risk-free life. It's a total fantasy. But you see that last one? The single biggest risk you could possibly take is not trying at all. Because if you think taking a chance is expensive, just wait till you get the bill for doing nothing. And right alongside overcaution is disease number 6, pessimism. This image shows it so well. It's the deadly habit of focusing on the little specks of dirt on the window instead of the incredible sunset that's right there on the other side. It's a choice to only see what's wrong. You know the old saying, is the glass half empty or half full? The amount of water is exactly the same. The reality of the situation hasn't changed one bit. The only thing that changes is your perspective. And that's the whole point. Our lives aren't shaped by how things are, they're shaped by how we think they are. And now, We've reached the final disease. And honestly, this might be the most corrosive, the most destructive one of them all. This is the one that, if you let it into your life, will pretty much guarantee you fail.
The final disease is complaining. The source material calls it economic cancer of the bone. And what a description, right? It's so fitting because that's exactly what complaining does. It just eats away at your potential, it sucks up all your time, and it slowly but surely destroys your future.
Okay, so we've diagnosed all 7 of these diseases. So what's the cure? Is there one thing that can protect you from all of them? Yes. It all comes down to one single discipline: guarding the door of your mind. Here's a really powerful way to think about it. Imagine your mind is a factory. The thoughts you allow in, those are the raw materials. And what does this factory produce? Well, it produces your entire life, your relationships, your health, your career, all of it. You simply cannot feed this factory garbage ingredients and expect it to build you a masterpiece.
This coffee analogy just nails the point. Think about it. If someone puts sugar in your coffee, that's great. But what if they put in strychnine, a deadly poison? You're dead. Now, what if it was your best friend who put it in there by accident? Guess what? You're still dead. It doesn't matter where the poison comes from. The negative thoughts, the doubt, the pessimism. If you let it into your mind, the damage is exactly the same. You have got to watch your coffee.
And that is the ultimate discipline, right there. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what gets in and what stays out. So I'll just leave you with this question. Who or what did you give the keys to your mental factory today?